What the f? Oh dear, what's going on now? Yeah, well, I mean, come on. How's this possible? Less than 24 hours of me getting back the car that I really wanted to keep. It's gone out of the yard. Is it some sort of elaborate hoax? Have I got somebody to film me driving it out of the yard in the style that I would do it? Well, no, because of this. And no, this isn't Boaty's Rover 45 that used to belong to Joseph Floyd. It's also not the 45 diesel that Neil now has. No, it's another one. Now, a few people that watched my video from yesterday, in fact, it's only been up so 12 hours or so, pointed out to me that surely swapping a car rather than selling it is not really good business sense, is it? Well, no, it's not. But actually, in this instance, it's turned out to be. Now, Aaron, bless him, the lovely chap, he went and put on this swap long before the video came out. I forgot to tell him, don't do that, because it'll spoil the video. As of course, it's probably not really made any difference. But before the video was even up, lots of people seemed to know about it. And one person in particular phoned me up and was insistent. I mean really insistent. I don't mean like, would you mind? It's like, basically, I want that car. I'm buying that car off of you. I'll do you a deal right now. I'll do this. I'm going to come up tomorrow. I'm going to do that, etc. A man in my position has to be used to just selling things in order just to stay afloat. That's just the way it goes. So the moment he said, you know, I would buy this, I know that it would be going to a good home, I just said, well, make me an offer then. Make me an offer, we'll see what we can do. And guess what? He did, and it wasn't very good. But then he came up with another idea. Let's explain what's going on here. This is, of course, as you can see, a booted Rover 45 with the appropriate Cosmos alloys. It's a diesel, and it is within the first couple of years of Project Drive, meaning that some of the nice stuff has been taken away and replaced with stuff that isn't really very good. Quite a few bits, actually. So gone is the nice carpet and replaced with this stuff that you find in a Volkswagen. Gone are the really comfortable seats and replaced with these that don't really look very interesting. Gone are the wood cappings on the door. Gone is the actual wood on the dash. Gone is the headlining, but that's standard anyway. And never mind all that, tell us about why you've got this car. Okay, I will. The circumstances for me selling a car in the first place are obvious, so I don't really want to go into detail and bore you with all that sort of stuff, but those circumstances haven't changed. And with that, Mrs. Doyle, as much as I wanted to keep that car, as well as the rest of them, you know, was up for sale. But I got nothing but messes. I mentioned that yesterday. The swap for Alfie, of course, was one of those things, well, no one's buying it anyway, so I may as well do. So if you're confused right now, it's okay. So am I. In fact, it's been a rather strange thing. It was very much a snap decision to take Alfie back, because at the back of my mind was definitely, but I need the money for that car. But now, it was another snap decision again, because I've still got a car, but obviously he's paid a bit of money as well. But look, it's important at this stage to reassure you that I haven't come off bad in this deal. I have the means now to do what I have to do, and this car instead. Now, this car, let me continue to tell you about this. Sad day for me because of how much I really did like that car. However, I can tell you that it has gone to a very, very good home. And that is a home in Cornwall. So it's gone from Scotland to Cornwall, which some argue is a different country to England, in one day. That's the quickest turnaround that I haven't wanted ever. Cars with JC. That's the chap. He seems to do, you know, pretty good. You know, it's not his job. He has a YouTube channel, but it's not really all about that for him. He just loves these cars. He bought Michael Jackson from me. Who remembers that? Michael Jackson, the pre-Project Drive Rover 25, which he's been absolutely besotted with ever since. He's not afraid to spend the money either. So it is in safe hands. It's going to basically live on to its best life somewhere a bit warmer. But it was very, very unexpected to just suddenly be harassed into selling the car that I wanted to keep. Yeah, harassed, I'm going to use that word. Yeah, because he was very, very forceful. I felt bullied. I felt like I was pushed into a corner and there was nothing I could do. I was like a frightened kitty, but, you know, much bigger with sharper teeth. Joe had said to me that he'd wanted Alfie all this time to be, you know, like a friend for Michael Jackson, which is quite unusual, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But I did know just how much he wanted it. And he'd even been in contact with Aaron, asking him if he would sell it. And guess what? Aaron said, no, I'm keeping this car forever. It's just he changed his mind, didn't he? Because he finished working on it, there was nothing else to do, and he wanted something else to play with. And that's why, well, obviously the first person he thought of was me. Anyway, again, it's quite important I tell you about this car and why this deal actually works out quite well for me. So this Rover 45 was named Jason, which was obviously a bit of a piss take from a certain Reverend Boaty. And although it's a project drive car, it's still, you know, a Mark 1, so it's still better than a Mark 2. Cosmos alloys are indeed a bonus. They need a bit of a wash now, but not only that, it's had a set of brand new tyres put on it. That's right, a set of brand new tyres. Not one, not two, but all four of them. I like seeing that kind of thing, as I'm sure you do too. Beyond the alloy, we can see new calipers on the front as well, new discs on the back. Only nearly 39,000 miles. That's a very low mileage, but it was a one-owner car. Let's have a look under the bonnet. Underneath the bonnet, it appears to have been detailed somewhat, because that wouldn't normally be so shiny and clean looking. So that's, you know, the look of this goes with the actual mileage. But what do we have here? Oh no, Chasley ECU and a new battery and a new fuel filter, etc. So we know that this car is going to be very, very economical, very quick as well. Yeah. In the boot is full of these bits of paper at the moment, but it's dry. It's very dry. Yes, all dry. Good. Like to see that. It's had a recent oil change, but anyway, besides the interior, never really holding up too well. The other plus point to this car is we don't see any rust anywhere. We don't see any. Well, there's one scratch you can see. There's a scratch there, but the corners are free of scuffs. There's no dents down the side. There's no scuff on the front there like they usually get. Not much anyway. It's just full of insects, and that is impressive. Look at that. Good, eh? Other side? Yeah. No dents. Isn't that unusual? On the minus side, it is silver. I mean, silver on a Rover 45. Silver. I want a blue one. Blue. Blue's the best colour for these. Midnight blue. I've only had one of those. Now, it has aircon, but does it work? Let's find out. We might be on for a few hot days, and to have aircon is always a real treat, isn't it? So now for the click. Well, unfortunately, yep, that's not getting. Yep, it doesn't work. Maybe there's no gas in it. That's just one issue so far, because the rest of it's actually very good. But there is another problem. It's all down to bloody private number plates. You see, Joe had a private plate on this, and he didn't, you know, obviously. I don't want a number plate that says Cox on it, do I? So he's taken it off and he's done the transfer thing. But that number plate, which is his original one, is still showing as non-existent. So how long that will take, I don't know. It's supposed to be quite quick, but it's been about 2 hours so far. Maybe being a bank holiday doesn't help. I'm not entirely sure where I stand with the trader's policy and stuff, because having a trader's policy means that I can actually just drive stuff without even putting it onto my insurance. But I never take the risk. I never do that. I just put it on my policy because I can have 8 cars, so that should be enough. So hopefully I won't have to wait too long to enjoy this car, and I will do. I missed having a diesel. My favourite ever diesel was a car called Eric, but unfortunately Eric is no more. That means that this video has come to an end. Oh, I nearly fell over then. Because there's nothing more I can do with it. I can't take it for a test drive. I've driven it around the yard and everything, and it's all quite nice. So yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for liking this video, and thank you for not being one of those arseholes that press the unlike button, and thank you for being a channel member as well. Now, as you can see, I have company. So bye bye.